So let's talk about 50 Cent. While his longtime rival and former best friend, Floyd Mayweather, is out here struggling financially, 50 is quietly stacking. Floyd reportedly went from having $1 billion to owing money left and right. And honestly, it's hard to wrap your head around how that happens. He's tangled up in legal battles, including an ongoing dispute with his former business partner, Al Heyman. The man has no shortage of problems right now. Meanwhile, 50 Cent is on a completely different trajectory. His debut album, Get Rich or Die Tryin', recently hit 6 times platinum in the UK alone, and domestically it's sitting somewhere around 10 times platinum, making it essentially a double diamond record on a global scale. On top of that, 50 has been having a field day trolling Mayweather online, and honestly, it's hard to look away. Here's what's interesting though. 50 Cent isn't out here flaunting his wealth the way he used to. He's moved differently. Compare that to guys like Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather who stay in full flash mode no matter what. And as we're seeing, that lifestyle doesn't always hold up. If Floyd Mayweather, one of the highest paid athletes in sports history, can end up financially underwater, then nobody's immune. It's not about wishing bad on anyone, it's just a reality check about who you're trying to impress and why. Now, shifting gears, there's been some noise online about Pusha T facing ghostwriting allegations. Apparently, a video surfaced claiming that a writer named Quentin Miller provided him with 2 reference tracks back in 2016 or 2017. Here's the thing, though. This doesn't really hold up under scrutiny. Pusha T's style is deeply specific. His bars are rooted in vivid street narratives and layered drug dealer metaphors that feel very personal and very him. The idea that Quentin Miller is crafting those lyrics just doesn't track. The more likely scenario, maybe a hook or a reference melody was passed along somewhere in the production process, but that's completely normal in how music gets made. Songs are collaborative by nature. Even the ghostwriting accusations that surfaced around Drake a few years back turned out to be more about vocal harmonies and hook assistance than actual verse writing. That's a very different thing. And let's be honest, there's far more blatant ghostwriting from earlier eras of hip-hop that never gets touched. Pre-social media, a lot of artists were getting significant behind-the-scenes
designers. The short look, like the crop top, the halter top look, that is not my look. Like, I'm not gonna wear it. It's starting to stack up in my house from so many designers giving me that, and I'm not gonna wear it. That's not my style. I'm not knocking it, but that ain't my style, bro. Going to Atlanta stores, that's all you see, but it's a lot of YNs. That's their style, bro. Like, and I don't even feel right to keep taking people's clothes and I'm not wearing them. But so many designers, that's what they giving you now.
Keep sending him. Eventually, he'll cave and throw one on. That's just how it goes. All right, so Meek Mill. And look, I'm not trying to come across like I'm hating here, but just follow me on this. He posted a video of himself boarding a private jet, telling someone, "Bro, don't even pack a bag. We're turning right back around tonight. Can't stay too long." Now, on the surface, that sounds like a casual flex. But look closely at the jet in the background. That's the Fanatic's private jet. You can see it clear as day. So what's really going on here? Meek Mill is obviously catching a ride with one of his billionaire connections. And hey, there's nothing wrong with that. But the way it got posted up like a personal flex is what stands out. Because let's be real, Meek Mill hasn't had a legitimate hit record in close to 8 years. And here's the thing about flying private. That lifestyle is really only sustainable when you're actively generating the kind of money that pays for it. Either you're a current hitmaker bringing in serious revenue, or your catalog was so impactful that you cashed out and secured yourself long term. If neither of those boxes is checked, then someone else is footing the bill. And that's a very different situation than owning it yourself. Now over to Sauce Walka, who's been called out by Yayo. These two have had a long-running beef, and Yayo came out swinging, basically saying Sauce Walka's rap career has gotten so weak that jumping to OnlyFans made sense. Harsh words. But here's the irony. Yayo himself isn't exactly dropping heat right now either. When you're calling someone else out for making bad music while your own release schedule is quiet, it opens the door for people to flip that criticism right back.
Weak ass shit, all them old bodied ass views. You and CJ with that old brand new moissanite ass chain. Boy, that shit gonna make your neck green in about 3-4 days, brother. That nigga can't get in now swimming pool. It's summertime. I bet you don't see that bitch in now pool with that weak ass chain on. I'm that big stinky bitch ass nigga on my mama. I see why your mama checked out early. She was tired of y'all bitch ass. Boy, you had to be a pimp. You was born from a tender dick ass bitch ass nigga. What real nigga? Nigga, your mama was a prostitute, a cold weird ass nigga. Nigga know I'm in tour with down there the whole city of Houston and want me to run out there. Only reason I don't sit in thug in Houston like I used to because I don't know who my ops is. It's crazy.
What we're seeing from Go Yayo right now is essentially the same playbook Soulja Boy runs when he crashes out online. He's going at everybody, coming for people's mothers, crossing every line he can find. And that kind of energy only ends one of two ways. Either nobody takes him seriously anymore and it fades into noise, or he provokes the wrong person and it stops being an internet argument. Neither outcome is a win. This isn't the move unless you plan on staying indoors permanently. Moving on, Finesse 2 Times is out here claiming law enforcement is actively trying to set him up, pointing to the recent arrest of his girlfriend as part of that effort. And look, maybe there's something to that concern, but here's the straightforward reality. If you genuinely believe the police in your area are targeting you, the logical answer is to relocate. Simple as that. Especially when arrests seem to be a recurring theme in your life. Now, Jim Jones decided to drop a new track and use it as an opportunity to take shots at 50 Cent in hopes of generating some buzz. In the record, he implies that he has enough pull to send people after 50, talking like he's running some kind of operation. But here's the thing, Jim. Everybody already knows where your studio is. It's sitting right at the start of the Bronx, just over the bridge from Harlem. Not exactly a secret. So maybe dial back the tough talk just a little. He also took a swing at Dame Dash, using Jay-Z's billionaire status as a way to get under Dame's skin, which is an interesting choice, considering Jay-Z signed Jim Jones to Roc Nation and essentially did nothing with him. Jim thought standing next to Jay-Z back in 2016 would get under Cameron and Dame Dash's skin. It didn't. Nothing came of it. And to be fair, most artists who've been on Roc Nation haven't exactly had their careers transformed by it, though Meek Mill did get a noticeable boost when he came home from prison, so credit where it's due. As for Jim's latest release featuring Youngboy, it pulled around 15,000 views. That's not where you want to be. Next up, there's a woman online making it very clear she's willing to go to great lengths to get Blueface's attention. She's publicly stating that last time she was in town, things didn't go her way, and now she's coming back with a different proposition, specifically requesting an unprotected encounter. The math isn't complicated here. She wants a child support situation. That's the play. Then there's Adrian Broner, who got into it with a model online after she made a comment comparing him to someone who rides a short bus. His response? He claimed he graduated from college at 10 years old, which is not a thing that happened, and then declared himself a millionaire, which is also not currently accurate. By his own admission on a live stream, the only money he has coming in right now is through his work with Dean the Great, so the millionaire claim is doing a lot of heavy lifting. And finally, Akon made some candid comments recently, saying he wasn't familiar with the culture of toughness, or lack thereof, until he entered the rap industry. He described being surprised by what he encountered and ultimately deciding that if the environment wasn't going to change, he'd just adapt to it. Make of that what you will.